Alright, so we're going to go finish Durin's story thing. So currently I left him here because I was trying to fix his artifacts because they were absolute total garbage. Funny enough, they're still absolute total garbage. Also, I'm going to push my TV back. Trying to get my TV fixed just right. Having to move it. Because I'm in a new house now, so everything's set up differently. Like, my whole room layout is completely different. I don't like touching my mic, so I know you can hear that. They keep saying that the recommended artifact set for him was Noblesse. I don't really know, personally. I feel like, I like how I started 3 different sentences and didn't finish either one. I like building my characters in a way that works for me, basically. So, I feel like if you build characters based on like what other people tell you, you're just I wouldn't do that. I usually build characters based like personally on my own playstyle, like what works for me, type of stuff. So, so distracted by staring at this freaking crap. Let's see. Yeah, they keep saying is recommended as Noblesse, and it's because it increases his elemental burst damage, and using an elemental burst increases your party member's attack for 20% for 12 seconds. So like, if I use his elemental burst, it increases the attack of all my other characters in my team by 20% for 12 seconds, which is pretty good to have, actually. So I don't know if I wanted to craft him an entire Noblesse, because when I was trying to get Noblesse, they kept giving me Bloodstained Iron Mask, like the Bloodstained Chivalry set. I got 2 pieces off of that, which increases his physical attack, so I'm going to keep those for now. Because the only thing that doesn't belong is the feather, and then the timepiece are absolute garbage. I need to get rid of those. Mostly because when I build characters, each artifact has like a default stat, so the flowers are always HP based. And then the feathers are attack, and then your goblet and your timepiece and your crown, right? But the way I build my characters, it's usually HP, attack, maybe 1 defense, and then attack. I have 3 artifacts that are usually set at attack, but this one's at HP. Problem is, if I do that, it'll drop his life even lower than what it is, and let's be real, it's pretty low already. Oh my god, look at the look on his fucking face. He's so angry. Let's see, attack, physical, HP. I want to leave that though, because it took me a while to build that way. This isn't great though. Animal. Crit rate. Maybe, I don't know. He has like 3 HPs, no wonder why. What the fuck are we doing? That's rounded. I mean, I don't know what I want to do. Trying to like compare it to other characters I have. And it's like, see, Kazuo is built well. Look at his attack and his defense. That's pretty fucking good. And his elemental mastery is fucking high as shit. So, if we use him as a basis for all my other characters, then it's HP, attack, defense, HP, attack. But you look at what's on it though. Elemental mastery, elemental recharge, crit damage, elemental mastery, crit rate, crit damage, recharge, mastery. Like, he has, like, this is a pretty good set that I have for him here. Like, I want to say he's probably one of the most well-built characters I own, because that's fucking insane. If we use him as a fundamental basis for all of my other characters, everybody should be built that way. But even though I say that, it's not easy because what you get on an artifact, it's all random. You don't really get to choose what you get. So we're looking for Albedo.
So this is the other Durin, huh?
Yes. Yeah, so we came here to Dragonspine to find Albedo to try to figure out if he can help us find a way to stop this Durin from disappearing from this world. Because basically the world is rejecting Durin as we know it because there cannot be two Durins that exist at the same time. So Skara actually gave us a hint as to what to do. Because when he was in Sumeru in the last video, he tried turning in a book and the lady was like, I can't accept a book that was never checked out. And he kept saying that he ran into like some red tape because he wanted to replace that copy with his own, and the lady just wouldn't let him do it. She's like, I can't just take your word that this is the finished work. And so he said, well, I'm going to introduce this as volume 6. So he just like made a whole new version. He just like made the next part in the series, and he's like, and I'll be writing the series from now on going forward. So he basically told us what to do. Because he compared that situation with a Durin situation. So what Skara did was, instead of trying to replace volume 5 that already existed, he just made the next volume. But the problem is how do you incorporate that into this Durin? How do you say this is just another Durin? But I think that's what they want us to do. But I know what they're trying to say, like using that as an example based on what Skara did with the book. But how do we do that with Durin? Because in a book series, it's easy just to say, oh, this is the next volume, this is volume 8 or 9 or whatever. But how do you do that with a real person? Because I've been focusing hyperfixated on that. Because in the last video, Skara basically showed us what to do. So what we decided to do was to bring Skara with us so we can meet the original Durin that exists here on Dragonspine, because this Durin and Skara have never seen it before, but I have. So I brought them here so that they could see it.
If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt, there's no telling what kind of calamity that people would have had to endure. So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero.
And you just thought you'd be nice all of a sudden.
No, I'm just a little envious, that's all.
There's Albedo.
Not everyone gets a chance to be a hero.
So, Albedo has met Skara before when they traveled to Nodcry together, because that was shocking to us. We were like, how did he meet him? Because originally, because that Durin counts as Albedo's brother. But he's been traveling around with Skara, because Skara was the one who brought him out of the Simulanka world and brought him here when he was in his original form, before he was transmutated using Albedo's alchemy to have the appearance he does now. So, Albedo is listening in, and I wonder what he's going to say. Because Albedo, to me, has always been one of my favorite characters, because he's mysterious. And Dragonspine as a whole area always reminds me of Albedo. There's several places in the game that remind me of specific characters only, and he is one of the first characters where an area reminds me of nothing but them. The only other character who has an area that reminds me of them is probably Gaming. Every time I go to Chen Yu Vale, it reminds me of him. And likewise, every time I come to Dragonspine, I can't help but not think about Albedo constantly.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I guess there's not much left to envy.
Ah, so you three still remember Durin?
Yes.
Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. Yet. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Well, he's your brother. You were the one who gave him the body he has now. Because people keep forgetting, Albedo transmutated... I want to just say, yeah, it was the body of Simulanka Durin, but it was actually the soul. He used like an alchemy, it's almost like Full Metal Alchemist shit. So he basically took the soul of Simulanka Durin and fused it with the heart of Dragonspine Durin, and then fused those two things, the heart and the soul. He fused it with an embryonic sac from Rhine-Daughter that she had used to make her abyssal creatures from. It was like some kind of an ambiotic sac. I want to say it was like an alien sac that she just had for some reason. They never said where she got it from. They didn't say if she made it herself. She just had it. And that she used it to make all of the abyssal creatures that she made, like the Rift Hounds and like Bakunawa, which is considered an immortal being. And that was because when she made Bakunawa, which exists in Atlan, in the Marriage of Ari, he basically had attacked her and bit a piece of her body, and apparently she's considered to be immortal now because she ate the heart of Nabirius, which is known as the Shade of Life or the God of Life. She ate her heart and then fused with her, so it's like two souls, one body in a way. So Nabirius and Rhine-Daughter are like the same person, like they exist in the same body. Like Nabirius exists inside of Rhine-Daughter's body now. And apparently, I think when she made Bakunawa, he had bit her when she had already been fused with the Shade of Life. I don't know if it was before or after, but because he bit a piece of her flesh and ate it, he now became immortal just like her. And not only that, but all of the Conorians were cursed by the Shade of Death, Renova, the god of death. They were all cursed with immortality to begin with. And Rhine-Daughter is no exception because she is a Conorian. So that's kind of another reason why Bakunawa became immortal when he ate a piece of her flesh, because she was cursed with immortality. So he used that sack to create the body that Durin currently wields as of now.
Albedo.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Oh, you're here too?
Yeah, he wanted to come with.
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him. But what's your take on things?
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But let's get on the same page first.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we're all understanding this together, because Skara had already knew about Simulanka Durin fading from this world, but never told us. And then he told us when we ran into him in Sumeru. He basically said a long time ago, after he brought him out of the storybook world, he realized that every page he read about Simulanka Durin would disappear shortly after he read it. Like, the moment he would read it, it would suddenly disappear and be replaced with the story of Dragonspine Durin. Like, the moment he read something good, it would be like erased and rewritten, and he could not stop it from happening. And it's slowly causing this Durin, current Durin, to be forgotten by everybody because the world is rejecting his existence. You exchange intel with Albedo, also checks in on Durin is holding up, yeah.
Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. And there's nothing whatsoever to indicate any risk of collapse.
Yeah, but he went crazy in the town. And I had to use my purification power to strip away some of his abyssal energy because it was oozing out of him. And he was about to lose control. He even said that he had lost control with his body and couldn't commune with it. Because he just resides in that body, the Simulanka Durin soul. That's why I said it's the soul. His soul resides in this body, but the heart belongs to Dragonspine Durin. So it's like a light and dark balance, like yin-yang within his body at all times, where it's like the soul of Simulanka Durin's trying to control it, but the heart of Dragonspine Durin is also trying to control it. And when he lost control of his body in the city, Dragonspine Durin had almost took control for a minute, if it wasn't for me, for stopping the abyssal power from building.
So, from an alchemy point of view, there's nothing wrong with him?
That glitch.
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading. If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when the abyssal power within it will take over.
But if that happens...
This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves involved in Durin's case. Which brings me to my theory. Bringing Fairy Tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's fate to overwrite the others. But the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull off such a feat. It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic.
It's a 3 again. It's almost like Omni, like the Holy Trinity. Because like I said, he used the Simulanka Durin's soul, Dragonspine Durin's heart, and his flesh was created from the freaking sac, the amniotic sac that Rhine-Daughter had But where is that from? See, I think that's not from Teyvat, because they mentioned before that one of the people from Conria had opened, I think it was Sertologi. He was the only one who was able to open up the dome around Teyvat, and he was supposedly one of the few people who brought the, it was the Vinster King who did it. He was the one who brought the abyss from outside of Teyvat to Teyvat. He had opened it and left and brought that power back with him. So that's why I think another reason why Durin is currently being rejected, because I think the ambiotic sac that Ryandaughtr had got her hands on was from outside of Teyvat somewhere. It was like an alien thing that he brought back, and she got it somehow. And because it's not from Teyvat, I think that's also another reason as to why he could be being rejected. But that's just my own theory.
After learning of Miss Barbalof's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragon Spine Durin problem for good. And I took care of the alchemy side of things, which, looking back on it, seems to have been a part of their plan all along. So now, there's only one thing missing.
The magic, right?
As for the fate theory our friend in the past just mentioned, I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Teyvat. But I'm certain that the answer lies within this book.
So we all have to go back in.
So, the reason Alice had us complete this book was to make that magic possible?
A form of magic powerful enough to rewrite fate itself.
Don't get any ideas, Scar. We already know what happens. We already know what happens. You tried that once before in the past and we knew exactly what happened. Because he wanted to change his fate, right? Because when he found out that everybody who he thought betrayed him really didn't, it was Durin who controlled everything back in Inazuma like 500 years ago. When he found out that Niwa did not actually betray him, he felt that if he wasn't there, they wouldn't have been killed and slaughtered and, you know, tainted with the Makoshi furnace and all that. He thought that if he was never there, that wouldn't have happened, but that wasn't true. When he went into Irminsul and erased himself, those people still died. The tragedy in Inazuma, rather, it still happened on Tatarasuna Island. Like, all of that with the Makoshi furnace, Durin appearing as a disguised Fontanian, all of it still happened, with or without him being there. So, like, you can't really change fate so easily, and he knows it. That's why he's saying it like that.
Well, we've no time to lose. I just need to take a look at the book. The next part of the story most likely relates to me. So the memory that unlocks it must be connected to me too.
That's pretty much how it's been working so far, yeah. But that means we all have to get pulled back in it again. Oh god.
Huh?
What?
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the shape of its splintered arm aligning perfectly with the branch that had burst forth from the castle walls. Join yourself to that broken bough, for there you may take root at last, and henceforth bask in the sun and rain of the world beyond the castle.
Freaking Celestia imposingly up there in the background.
But first, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break.
I get what they're saying, but what?
I see.
Uh-oh. Yeah, first fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break. So it's like taking... It looks like we're fusing something to a branch that broke, and you gotta fuse them back together. But what the hell does that mean? Well, he has the power of Geo, and Geo is often used to make constructs. Oh my god, I'm a paper doll.
Guided by the breeze, the little dragon arrived at an alchemist's workshop. There he was greeted by a clay figure, a child molded by the sage witch's hands.
True, yes.
Though gentle in appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom.
Yes.
And he was determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring. And so was his helper, None other than the little dragon himself.
Yes. Yeah, because Rhine-Daughter is known as she's known as the Sage Witch. And she was the one who made Albedo, for people who don't play this game or who don't know. Albedo isn't a real person. He's like a homunculus. He's basically... God, my freaking charger cord is all up in the damn way. He was created out of a piece of chalk, or so it's believed. That's why he's called the Chalk Prince, or the Kaida Prince. And that's also why he has the diamond on his neck, if you've ever got a good look at Albedo. Basically, any person or any being who is created through alchemy will have a mark left behind on their body. And supposedly the mark is where life enters their body from. That's what they've been said, or what they have said in game, is wherever they have a diamond mark or like a star mark on their body is where life entered them when they were first created. Because if you noticed, he has the diamond mark on his neck, and if you look at the outfit we're going to be unlocking for Durin, he has the exact same star mark, only difference is it's a little bit lower. Almost in the middle of his chest, but it's literally the same mark. And I'm trying to figure out, why is it that when people are made with alchemy in this world, why is the mark a star? And why does it look like that? Why can't it be anything else? Why is it that? And if you notice, the stars have been a motif in the game for a very long time now. Specifically, the star symbols even on Lumion and Ether. It's on all Conarians as well. It's on Albedo too.
What is this place?
See that star on her... If you look on her dress, do you see the little star hanging in the middle? Where it's like the black background with a silver star? Well, Ether has that exact same star, like on a belt on his pants. And Albedo has it on a strap across his chest. It's like, what is with the star, bro? The hell?
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of one.
So, a reason why it has a question mark, because anytime you enter the book, certain characters will transform. So I stay as myself, Paimon stays as herself. Skara is a cat. But what is Albedo? What does he look like now?
Albedo?
Look on Paimon's face!
Hold on. Why do I look like this?
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the characters in the story are reflections of how Durin sees them.
Oh, so he sees him as a little clay toy. See that star on that belt across his chest?
At least you're still human-shaped.
Well, since Cat Guy has taken on a different appearance too, that must mean the two of us are both characters in the story. But you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all. You must be special figures in some way.
Yeah. So, because like I said, people appear in the storybook world as Durin sees them. That's what they look like to him. But that's why they keep saying, how come you haven't changed? Even Skara asks the same thing. How come you look more vivid than me? And I think it's because we do have a more crucial role to play.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing as none of them can explain it, let's just concentrate on moving the plot forward.
Let's just take a look around. I like the music here. It's very soothing. What, disappearing, reappearing, light magic, what? Oh, God. Oh. Is that a hidden Durin, why are you touching things, bro? He's like, I just rubbed my hand on the wall, essentially, and it opened. I'm not going there. What is this?
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden passageway. Intricately crafted, it seemed to lead them towards another exciting chapter of the tale.
So you have to be careful, because in the last video, Skara told us to go down a certain path, because he's like, oh, I thought maybe Durin's fate had something to do with me, and I wanted to cut ties with him, because I thought my fate was interfering with his. And if you go down the thorn path that he tells you to, the story basically ends. Durin reverts back to his old form. I'm not talking about the purple imp dragon. I'm talking about his original form in the story where he was like a giant mechanical wooden dragon. Like, he reverts back to that and the story ends and he just dies. So Ellis gave us a chance to go back. She's like, if you ever get stuck or you don't like an ending, just flip the pages. But I don't know how many times they're gonna actually let us do that. So now that I know that you can screw up, I gotta be very careful of where I go.
Come on, what are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we go! Ouch!
You can't go, Paimon. That look on Lumine's face.
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
What? There was a point having a path here!
Maybe the author had a flash of inspiration and then their mind went blank. Writer's block. It happens to people all the time. They call it writer's block or creator's block, artist block. It's always called that.
Over here. I found something.
It's a heart.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself.
Why did he run
Though
up like
the
that?
creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat.
Is it just me or did Durin walk up a little too freaking fast? What was that?
And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
But he had already did that though. He pulled the heart from the heart in Dragon Spine. We went with him to do it. Like, this Durin already has the heart of Dragon Spine Durin. He gave it to him. We all seen him do it.
Sounds like this chapter is about Albedo bringing me to life?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This already happened.
If that really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation. So why is Durin still being forgotten?
There has to be some other reason.
There are still other places we can check. We have time.
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area a bit more.
I like to fall into the Kool-Aid that reflects a village that is not here in this scene. Destroy the heart of the evil dragon.
Unless the little
Fuse
dragon
the heart
kept
with the evil
moving,
dragon.
eventually he would be forgotten.
Oh, okay. I have two options in front of me. Hold on a minute. So one is destroy the heart of the evil dragon. The second one is fuse the heart of the evil dragon. One leads to a bad ending and one leads to a good. So I don't know what I want to do. Because if you make a wrong ending, they can let you try again. But I'm going to say, I'm going to go with fuse. Hold on a minute though. What is this reflection? What is this? Huh? It's like a gate with lights. This scene reflecting off this is not where we are. Is that a hint? Are there different reflections in each jar that are not what they should be? Oh, hold on. Why am I here? Hey, what the hell are you doing?
There you are.
Yeah, like what?
Oh! Hello there!
This is what Durin used to look like.
Hey! It's Minnie Durin again! What are you doing holed up in here?
I was worried I'd scare everyone off, so I've been hiding out here all this time.
Just like before.
You must be really nervous, huh?
I guess I am a little nervous, but I'm also excited. I'm gonna get to stop the evil dragon and even become a human. It's all thanks to that clay man. He's the one who talked me into it. And once I'm a human, I'll be able to make loads of friends and do tons of important things.
I'm glad I decided to look around because I was about to talk to Albedo to fuse the heart and I would never have seen him over here.
You'll make lots of friends, that's for sure. And go on many unforgettable adventures.
I'm so glad to hear it. The only thing is, the clay man said becoming human isn't gonna be easy. So I'm feeling a little anxious too.
He's right about that. Even if you manage to become a human, there will always be tougher challenges on the road ahead.
Really?
But even so, your friends will be there to help you.
Oh? Then I'm not afraid.
Funny, isn't it? After talking to you, I'm not afraid anymore either.
You're talking to yourself, so...
So, are you ready now?
Yep, I'm ready to become a human.
Oh, what the...
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat.
I didn't talk to him yet.
And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold.
But I didn't talk to
Yet,
Albert.
guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
We already heard this, though.
At last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart. And a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward.
I told you, I was right. It was the
Thus
soul.
did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten. And so was the little dragon born anew.
But I did...
Can I stop?
Finally! A happy ending! That must be the last step, right? Woohoo! We completed the story!
I don't think so. But then why are we still here?
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more, his story far from over.
Huh? So, that wasn't the end?
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all. The real last step.
If fate really is as devious as they say, then I say, show us what you've got.
Why do you gotta smile like that?
Wow! You're all so serious all of a sudden.
Uh-oh. It's happening again. I can't, hold on, I can't wait for it. Gotta wait for the animation because I can't move it forward.
Durin, are you alright?
It's happening again.
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet the dark power within it still lingered. Would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
Hey! What kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna control it! What choice does he have?
The narrator is falling apart.
What's up with the narrator?
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Make a decision. Give in. Hold the darkness back. I don't have enough. Look, it's 4 and I only have 3. Oh, shit. I don't have enough to do it. Because you need 4 and I only have 3. But giving in is... Oh, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I can't. I don't got enough. I can't. Hold on. Let me see.
The little dragon and his companions, blank, blank again.
Huh? What's going on? Are we running out of ink?
You actually need 4 and I only have 3.
Once the ink runs out, is that the end of the story?
Yes.
I had a feeling this would happen.
Scarlet.
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead were blank pages.
Is Alice gonna tell me something again?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Oh. Do you want me to return back to the castle? Yep. Oh, shit. I'm not letting him give in. I think they want me to give in, but hold on a minute. There might be something I can find back here.
Returning to the castle.
You seem like you're torn about something.
I just never thought crossing over into a new world would create so much trouble. All I wanted was to make some friends. I'm starting to think I kind of miss being in Simulanka.
Oh no.
You might look back on it with fondness, but if I were you, I wouldn't miss it.
Why?
Sometimes, moving on with your life comes at a cost. But that's better than going nowhere at all.
You don't have to worry, Durin. No matter what problem you face, there will always be a solution.
Okay. Sometimes I wish I could just go back and see it again.
We're going. The story will eventually reach its conclusion. They probably want me to have him give in. I kind of wanted to see what happens, but I'll do that in a minute.
As the little dragon slipped back inside the castle's walls, the clamor of the outside world fell away. There was no danger here, no problems for the little dragon to resolve. As soon as his mother finished her story, it was time for the child to drift off into the world of dreams.
The reason why I said to come back to the castle is I have a feeling, what if we find a vial? We need one more vial of ink, and I wonder if we'll find it.
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fast asleep in his castle, just like he had never even hatched.
What's going on? I feel so weak.
Oh no.
What's happening? Durin, wake up!
We've reached an ending.
But this can't be how it ends. Durin promised to bring back everyone's memories. There's no way he'd accept an ending like this.
They want me to make him give in. Because what other option do I got?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Yeah, but if you remember, I didn't get to talk to Albedo before. Remember before I found little Durin hiding? There was an option that said fuse the heart, and I had the choice to do it. I think you have to exhaust all endings. Because see, look, they're gone now. Those other 2 paths are gone. They want you to do all 3. Just stay here. Just stay here. Hold on a minute, though. So I can't go here.
Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
Hold on. Do you see what I see? This purple looks like... Come on. Please get up, Durin. I need you up there. This looks like... I wonder if one of these purple vials is... No, maybe? There has to be one hidden, I'm thinking. Maybe? Or am I... Oh, shit. This is a setup. They're setting me up. They're setting me up. The prophecy is destined to come true.
The little dragon was at an impasse. and the dark power within him surged like a tide. Unchecked, the darkness engulfed everything around it, including the little dragon's soul. The little dragon's story faded into nothingness, and in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
We've seen that already.
Me?
Yeah, we've seen this already.
And so the story ended with
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna skip.
What do we do?
I'm stuck.
Looks like you've discovered another
Because we already shown that in my other video.
You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
I think we need to find another vial of ink. Because look, I've already exhausted all 3 options that were presented to me. Wait, yeah.
What's going on here? Why isn't the story letting Durin just suppress the abyssal power? It keeps getting stuck.
Uh-oh. I can help him though. I have purification powers. Just let me do it.
It seems the act of suppressing the power counts as an event in the story. In other words, we would need ink to write it in.
So, what now? Did we use too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left?
Oh, come on. Let's see. It's possible. It's just not time for the story to end.
Well, this is Durin's story. As long as he's alive and well, why should it end?
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis. Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story. And I suspect that has remained the case, even after his arrival in Savat. Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, that is how his fate was rewritten. But there is a fundamental difference between a being's story and its fate. As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Savat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, is to proceed along its given track. But Durin's story, on the other hand,
Needs an author to continue writing it.
as Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, he started to lose control of the abyssal power within. In other words, his story can't continue, because the author's ink is drying up. That's what it seems like to me.
It would seem the little dragon had made a group of fine friends indeed.
Save it. The question is, are you here to help him, or stand in his way?
If the story ends now, Durin will just vanish. We've already seen 3 endings in the span of 5 seconds where that happens.
I suppose the final decision is up to me. It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that's true, I'd like to go there and see for myself.
By there, I take it you mean the blank pages of the unwritten chapter ahead?
We still don't even know how Alice's magic works. If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside of it to some unwritten part, isn't that too risky?
I'm not afraid.
I just noticed that purple vial in the background is reflecting a building from Sumeru, and the green vial that my head is now blocking is like in the reflection. It's like a part from the Simulanka world. Are each vials reflecting different things based on different things that I've been to, or am I just reading too much into that? Then go for it. We'll be with you all the way.
I second that. It would seem this is one answer you need to go seize for yourself.
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way, we'll tear them down together.
Don't look like that. cat Scara is weird. Oh? Uh-oh, okay. Did you see him vanish? Okay, hold on though. Like, this looks like I mean, it could just be the graphics, but it almost looks like the grass and the waterfall from Simulanka. And then that other vial in the background back here, it looked like it was reflecting... Hold on. It almost looks... You see it? That is... You see that ceiling in there? That's the ceiling in the House of Dana in Sumeru City. See, look, that's the House of Dana in Sumeru. What? Like, do these mean something? This, I don't know where this is. I don't remember being to a place in a game that looks like this ever. It looks like a random dungeon in Mondstadt, to be honest with you. This one, I can't tell. It's just pitch black. It could be another place in Sumeru, and I'm not just saying that because of the sand. It looks like it could be another dungeon. Like, these vials are reflecting places in the game that I've been to. Like, these orange ones I can't really tell, to be honest with you. I don't really know. It's too distorted. But that one there was definitely Sumeru. That's why I was like, what is happening? Can I not go? Break through the boundary of fate. Hit it? He was as the dragon was staring at the uncrossable edge of his... Hit it! Maybe I have to hit it. There's a wall here. Just hit it. Yeah, keep hitting it.
Gotta keep going.
Break it. Oh. Storyless voice.
My consciousness is slipping away.
Oh no. You know, they redid this animation, because originally he didn't have his wings around himself, he would just go into the air like that, and then people complained and they redid it.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel so weak.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you is flesh and bone.
Am I truly alive?
Yes, Durin, but you must keep going. You're as alive and real as I am.
I can't feel a connection.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Uh-oh.
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name is Durin.
You're taking too long.
What?
Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
Okay.
Wait! Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go make your wish come true, Durin.
Oh, it's her.
My wish?
Your story's not over yet.
These flowers, it's her. Your story's not over yet. Oh, we're back here.
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to say about my proposal? Let me get this straight.
You want to graft your story onto this unfinished thread of fate, and in doing so, not only rewrite that fate, but allow the story to live on.
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author keeps writing.
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is still centuries away.
I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science of alchemy than it could ever deliver, or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth underlying the prophecy. Little did I imagine that time itself would prove to be the greatest hurdle of all.
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an academic perspective, at least, I don't think it was a bad proposal.
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. So remember, my friend, much like the stars themselves, there will always be something that transcends the test of time.
Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so much already. But, Alice,
Yes?
I still have one final favor to ask of you. Will you lend me your magic one last time? Just enough for me to keep his story alive until the prophecy is fulfilled?
You mean you want me to extend your lifespan?
No, not in that sense. As Rheindotter once told me, the laws governing life and death are among the most unyielding in this world. I'm well aware of that. Whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one's life is determined by fate alone. If I tried to breach that law by force, I'm afraid I would lose what makes me human. This is not a path I want to go down. If I am to die, then I shall die a human.
Yeah, because in order to ascend your life, you have to become a god, and if you do that, you're no longer who you are anymore.
So, what is it that you want me to do?
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the future.
I see. Then perhaps there really is a way I could help. I could create a kind of story magic to take over the writing once you're gone. Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own words for it to learn from.
How much?
Oh, an immense amount. So much, in fact, that you would have to spend the rest of your life writing. And even then, I'm sorry to say, it would not last forever. No matter how much you write, there is a limit to the number of words you can leave behind. But the world itself will never stop changing. Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world. And when that happens, the story will end.
Still, it's worth a try.
Oh. Oh, I'd like you to send this pen of mine into the future. Oh.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still... Look at you. You should be enjoying your old age in peace and quiet. Especially now that things are finally returning to normal after that terrible calamity.
Once he leaves Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. If his story is to continue, there needs to be more material for the magic to draw upon. I'll just have to skip over some of the less important details.
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out of the storybook world? Why must he face his fate into that? Why not just let him remain within the story? With my magic, even fate's curse could be undone and he could live happily ever after.
I suppose. In fairy tales, all it takes is a heartfelt wish. And even a wooden puppet can turn himself into a real boy and live happily ever after.
Pinocchio lore getting dropped hard right now.
That's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But have you ever wondered what happens to the main character after the ever after?
Yes.
Tell me, Alice, in your eyes, what would be your writer's greatest regret?
Leaving a story unfinished.
To leave a story without an ending.
We had said that before.
Not a bad answer. It's true, many writers come to consider that their greatest regret. But I see things differently. My greatest regret is that every story I write has to come to an end in the first place.
Anya.
No matter how brilliantly a character shines, the moment their story ends, their potential is lost forever. For them, the story itself becomes an inescapable fate. But what if instead I could place my pen in their hand and let them continue the story themselves?
You mean
You said it yourself. I can only leave so many words behind. Even with your magic, the idea that I could keep the story going until the prophecy comes to pass is wishful thinking at best. But I found a way to use your magic to transform some of my finished stories into a special kind of ink. This ink is a magical medium he can use to complete the story the way he wants to. For what is storytelling but another kind of magic? And if he can experience the whole tale himself while leaving behind his own wishes and aspirations, even once he reaches the chapter where I stopped, he'll still be able to carry the story forward on his own. And so, by leaving him this ink, I can entrust him with the responsibility of writing his own story.
a character with the power to write their own story?
That way, he'll finally be free from the cage that is my pen. And like anyone else living in the real world, he can go on to create a life of his own.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my magic. What a brilliant idea, Anya. But there are still risks. First of all, once he arrives in Teyvat, he'll have to rely entirely on the story you left him to maintain his connection to that world. As you gradually hand over creative control, that connection will grow weaker, and at some point, he might lose it altogether.
But at the same time, he'll also have the chance to forge that connection for himself.
Here's where he met Kaya, Official, and Klee.
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Teyvat's core secrets. Any overt hints you try to leave will be erased in no time. In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all to guide them.
We still have the story itself, though. I can use that to show them the way.
It's entirely possible he burns through all your ink, never reaches the chapter you had in mind, and gets stuck roaming the chapters of his past. But despite all that,
I still believe in what this child can become. His hopes and wishes can be his ink. So he won't be trapped by mine running dry.
What the writer you are, Anya. Your imagination never ceases to amaze. And you do know how much I love a happy ending. You shall have my help, my dear.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child. Do you understand what you must do?
He's here.
Yes, I think I do. It's my turn to keep this story alive.
Then what's holding you back?
What will become of you after I take up this pen?
Oh, she's gone. She dies when he takes it.
I will fade away.
Oh,
There will no longer be a reason for me to go on existing. My child, I, or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice you're hearing is nothing but a magical echo that has now fulfilled its purpose.